You do panic when they do things like that.
Well, we were just talking. I mean, we've all, when we were kids, we did stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I cracked my chin open the first time I sat in a baby buggy.
Poor parents, just having to deal with so much. And of course, probably, you don't want to call, but you have to at some point.
Well, speaking of calls, you have, you're telling us to call someone special today.
Yes, your Good Day Calendar task, brought to you by Paper Recovery Services, is to call your grandparents because June is actually Care for Your Grandparents month. So this is like pretty easy, right? We could all use a reminder to call grandma or grandpa, or maybe someone in your life who kind of takes the role of grandma and grandpa, or even more so maybe you want to tell your kids, like, hey, let's jump on the phone, let's jump on FaceTime and talk to grandma and grandpa. So we found, I mean, you can find a ton of lists of why. You really don't need a reason, but I'm going to give you some reasons. Anyway, why you should call your grandparents today. Maybe to hear their story. Maybe you don't know something about their life, right? I mean, like, do you know everything about your grandparents?
I love when my grandma starts just talking about memories when she was a kid in the 20s, you know? Like, I mean, it's a whole different world.
And so something maybe you can discover something new about your grandparents today. Also, you know, they've loved you forever, and like, you know, like since the day you were born, like, bought you a bunch of things and spent so much time with you. So, you know, just to reiterate that and give them some love. They also give pretty great advice because you have to you think about the older you get, right? The less you care about someone's opinion of your advice. You're like, this is what you should do. I've been there. They also know how to make you feel better, and you know, the number one reason really you should call your grandparents is hearing your voice will make their day. I will tell you also, one of my favorite things about calling my grandma, and it's just, I don't know if this should be my favorite thing, but like, she's to the point. She's like, hey Mish, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I gotta go, bye.
She's like, all right, we talked long enough.
Well, there's 14 of us. Maybe she's like making the rounds. But like, you know, it's not like you're gonna, at least for me, I'm not gonna be on the phone for 2 hours, probably like a minute and a half. And then she's like, I'm done with you. She's like, that's it.
I think I've said this before. One time I was calling my grandma and we talked literally 45 minutes, but my grandma has, I think, like 38 grandchildren. She had 10 kids.
Oh my goodness.
And at the end of the call, she's like, all right, Cole, so good to hear from you. Tell your wife I say hi, love you. And I was like, I just spent 45 minutes and my grandma thought it was someone else.
But my grandma's really good about texting, and she's in her 80s, and so she'll send stuff.
That's pretty.
Does she sign it?
She's put, there's emojis. No, she doesn't say like grandma or anything like that, but she's good about it. So
super easy. Call your grandparents today. Let's take a look at our